The first Sparklet Wars is just over, and the Cypher Cyborgs have won. I think the first Sparklet Wars was a great success, but of course there's always room for improvement. Upland has asked for players' feedback as to what can be improved for the next Sparklet Wars, which is going to be taking place in Las Vegas between the Frost and Blossom season, and in this video I'm going to throw in my 2 cents.
I'm YK2012, founder of the Upland Guide. I'm here to unlock the secrets of the Upland metaverse. On this channel, you can find everything you need to build your Upland empire. Expert tutorials, winning strategies, pro tips and tricks, and a lot more. Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to stay ahead of the game. Remember, knowledge is power, and in the Upland metaverse, that knowledge is truly your most valuable asset.
If you want to learn more about Sparklet Wars, check out the link in the description below and in the upper right hand corner. I was able to purchase a pass and participate. I ended up trading with a player in order to get the Cypher Cyborgs pass, which was the faction that I wanted to be on. I only have 9 properties in Tokyo, and only 2 of those have structures on them. I also didn't have a ton of time, so I knew that I wasn't going to be very involved in Sparklet Wars. It's hard for me to keep my pulse on everything. A quick shout out to Wolf Warner as well as Cannabuds FMS for lending me a couple of assets and helping me get some points. One of the things that I really like about Sparklet Wars is from the get-go, you're not guaranteed to be on the faction that you want to be on. This essentially forces you to interact with other players, either through mutually trading the passes to get what you want, or by trying to sell it in someone's Variety Legit shop. Also, if you're looking long term and you know that you want to be on a specific faction, you're going to start accumulating a lot of the assets throughout the different wars, and that's going to help you further down the line. The more assets that you have, the greater your ability to attack, defend, and even score points. Having said that, it's not enough just to have all of these assets. If you don't own properties in order to place them on, then they aren't very helpful to you specifically. On the other hand, Sparklet Wars is a team game, so it's important that you do work together as a faction, make friends, and help each other out. Looking at Sparklet Wars from the perspective of a whale, someone who has lots of properties, lots of UPX, lots of Sparklet, lots of assets, lots of everything, creates a possibility where these Sparklet Wars might not be so much fun. All it might take is a couple of whales to be on the same faction, work together, and completely dominate the Sparklet Wars. Also, you can't really penalize these players for going out and purchasing these items. At the end of the day, that's exactly what Upland wants people to do. They want them to buy these assets. Not that I think that this should be done, but there's no way that anybody can really limit anyone from purchasing specific assets. Whether they buy it directly from Upland, trade it with other players, or buy from the secondary market, there's no way to stop someone from purchasing assets that they want to buy. That's part of the beauty of Web3. For the same reason, you also can't dictate what teams people will be on. So what do I think can be done in order to increase parity within Sparklet Wars? I think that points should be normalized over the mint price of the properties that are being utilized within Sparklet Wars. So let's break that down. What does that mean? Let's take a look at this property here. First, we can see that this property is just huge. It's over 1,000 up squared. And the original mint price of this was almost 300,000 UPX. This player built a superstructure on the property, and simply because its size, it's safe to say that it's completely protected from anyone else who might want to attack it. So I think there's certain types of players that can afford some of these more expensive properties, and I am making a generalization here in saying that these are whales. This is not an attack on any specific player, and I'm just using Flow09 as an example. But I think that players like this, they do have the resources in terms of the large properties, the amount of UPX, the Sparklet that they need in order to build these superstructures and also own a lot of these other types of assets. If everyone just built superstructures on properties that were huge, that had no ability to be attacked and no need to defend it with other chests, then I think it kind of sucks out a lot of the fun out of Sparklet Wars. And that's why I'm suggesting that the number of points that you would get for this superstructure on this property should be divided by the original mint price of this property, or potentially even the size itself. That would mean that this superstructure here built by Flow09, which is only 369 up squared, would actually be getting more points than this one over here. My reasoning behind that is that this property here, which is smaller, is more susceptible to someone attacking it, and you would need additional resources in order to defend it, or you would have to create these bonds with other players for them to help you defend your property. I'm sure that this suggestion isn't perfect, and I'm sure that people will be able to poke holes through this, but I think that this is a way to make it more engaging and make teams think better about, does it make the most amount of sense just to put these superstructures on massive properties, or if people want to take a collaborative route and try and defend superstructures on smaller properties in order to get more points. Let me know in the comments what you think about this suggestion, and if you really like it, make sure you share this and send it with employees in Upland so that they see it.